Hi everyone, this is Dango from Rocky Valley server. In this video, we're going to talk about Yusuke's friends in Langrisser Mobile. So one of the problem that we know with Yusuke, I mean he's a strong unit, but one of the problem is that his talent is actually a little bit hard to trigger, especially in PVE content. In PvP, I mean, like people need to kill units, so it is very common that you have friendly units killed, and then Yusuke can trigger his talent. But in PvE content, you don't really want any of your friendly units to be killed, right? Usually, if you want to get 3-star in one of the map, it requires you to have no more than one person sacrifice. So you don't really want to sacrifice any of the friendly units when you are trying to do PvE content. So now, what to do about like Yusuke, how to trigger his second part of the talent, which actually requires you to sacrifice one unit so that he will get extra range and extra mobility and extra attack and defense, intelligence, and magic defense. Yeah, so the second part of his talent is very powerful. And I mean, if you check my guide on Yusuke, the other hammer that is very like useful for Yusuke is the hammer that requires one of the friendly units to be killed as well. So this just basically makes this makes Yusuke a little bit tricky to use. So in this video, I'm going to show what kind of team Yusuke wants to have when you are trying to do PVE content. Here I'm just going to use Amanda as the healer because she just fit here super well. And we can also have Sophia here. And we are going to use Basil, and we are going to use Yusuke and Gizlov. So you will see it in a minute that why Gizlov and Basil is like Yusuke's best friends. So this requires you to have Gizlov and call faction buff. You can see all of the characters here can be called faction buffed. Yeah, can be faction buffed by Gizlov, including Amanda and Sophia. And then Basil can cast summon units. So one of the trick in this game is that the death of the summon units here can also trigger Yusuke's talent. 10, it cannot be killed, which is fun. So let's use transformation skill first. And then these two units are just trying to support the game. So this summon unit is dead. And it triggers Yusuke, see? Yusuke's talent is triggered and the special gear for Yusuke is triggered. And this makes Yusuke very powerful because even they are summoned units, Yusuke is a very nice guy. He considers all of them his friends. So now you can see Yusuke is having 1 extra range for normal attack and actually 2 extra range for scale. So this is a huge ranged attack from Yusuke that is super powerful that deals 40k damage to a poor infantry unit that he is killed. Yeah, this is how this is basically the first ideal team you can use for Yusuke. What if you don't have Gizlov? Yeah, not I mean Gizlov is a SSR unit, and if you just play this game, you may not have you may not have Gizlov at all. So this is totally possible, and here are some the other things you can do. So we are going to change the team here. We are going to use the protagonist team. Everyone will have Matthew. Maybe you will not have Elvin, but you may have other protagonists like Landius, right? At least you will have some protagonists. So you may have Elvin, you may have Matthew here. Matthew has to be here, and he needs to call faction buff. There's the other skill that my Matthew didn't learn, which is the 3-cost skill. But he can learn that later. We will talk a little bit about it. So the other character that you can use is we still need a tank. So you can use either Granier or Lading or Gizlov as your tank, right? If you don't have Lading, Granier can be your tank as well. He's a very solid tank if you train him well. Yeah, Granier is actually a very solid tank. I wish I can do more content with him later, using my friend's account, but he's very solid. Yeah. And this is the composition of our team. So we have Matthew here to call faction buff and use his 3-cost skill that we will discuss later. And then Elvin will be our major DPS because Matthew is calling faction buff. There is no need for Elvin to call faction buff here. And also, this is our team. So basically, in this protagonist team, you can have Liana to help to do the summon thing again, or you can just rely on Matthew that we are going to talk about later. So this is the Sky Archer, and then Matthew, and then Elvin is your attacker, and then Yusuke again is your mean boy. Matthew can call faction buff for all of them. Oh, interesting. Grenier is not actually in protagonist. So this is something I didn't realize, but that's okay. You can still use Lading or Landius here to tank your team. Or you can just bring another faction buff from Elven, so Grenier can perform a little bit better. Yeah, so Sky Archer is killed, and that actually triggers the talent of Yusuke, so that making Yusuke very strong. This is why Liana is one of the best friends of Yusuke as well in this game. Because her Sky Archer can help you trigger this talent easily. This is how you want to do PVE content with Yusuke. You want to have some summon units to trigger his talent, and then we will have this super long range skill here to kill that enemy. Yeah. Basically, this is the best friend. Another team that I recommend players to use. The protagonist team. Use Matthew to call faction buff. If you have Diana, you can use Diana to have Sky Archer. If you don't have Diana, the reason why I really recommend Matthew is because Matthew has one. If you awaken Matthew here, his skill is actually to summon another Matthew. Yeah, you can read it here. So this is basically and you can summon one Matthew that is identical to your own at the time of summoning. So basically, you can summon another Matthew that has 3 skill, which is Sword Dance, and Sword Dance, Attack Command, and Air Slash. Yeah, and this is actually a very, very strong skill set for Matthew. So yeah, I actually plan to use my Matthew. You can see my Matthew is already fully maxed here, right? Maybe I will max this. Maybe I will get this Lamperland as well. But my Matthew is really, really ready, and I have already his heartbound is almost full as well. Yeah, it's just close to be completely ready. And I really want to play Yusuke with Matthew. Resting Matthew, the main reason that I rest my Matthew is because I want to play Yusuke. And also, just in case, because in PvP, people can ban your Gizlov, so it is hard to get summons for Yusuke. But then if you also have Matthew in your box, that provides another option. And then this becomes a very strong PvE team as well. And I hope you guys find this video useful. Again, if you want to use Yusuke, if you want to use his friends with him, Yusuke's best friend is Gizlov, right? He also has friend with Basil, because Basil can receive faction buff from Gizlov, and he can also summon. And then if you don't have Gizlov, Matthew, which is the free SSR that all of the players have, will provide the faction buff for Yusuke, and also do the summon thing for Yusuke. The best healers for Yusuke is going to be Liana, who can actually summon Sky Archer. So this is all about this video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. There will be more content about how to use the best characters in Langrisser Mobile in the future. Peace.